news.
And good morning. It is 17 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in the studio this morning, Executive Director for the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, Andrea Moore with us. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. How are you doing?
Pretty good. We're not blowing away yet today, and it sounds like we might be over the wind, which would be nice.
Knock on wood, I think the worst is behind us for now. So till the next time.
Yeah, till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow.
Springtime in Roswell.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Till next week or, whenever. But the wind, like the chamber, is going. And
yes.
Everything is happening at the chamber. We are about 2 weeks, I think.
So
Yeah,
for
about 2
the
weeks.
magazine,
Yeah.
we are in the very final phases of the ads, making sure that all of our advertisers are happy with their ads, and we're getting ready to send everything to the printer.
Yeah.
So, of course, it'll depend on postage and the mail service after that. So,
But right around April 1st.
yeah, the first week in April is what we're shooting for. Now, of course, don't hold me to that because it is the mail, it is the post office, and
There
as we all know,
variables you
in
cannot control.
Roswell, everything goes to Lubbock before it comes back to Roswell.
Yeah. And it's not like, there's every single person that has a mailbox in Chavez County is going to get one.
Yes.
So it's not like they could say, well, we'll just hold them here and then, they're all going to Lubbock. They're all going through there.
Yep.
So we're talking thousands and thousands of these
If
magazines.
you have an
will be going
address in the county of Chavez, you will be getting a magazine.
out. Yeah. So the first issue will be out here in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Well, I know the chamber and everyone's excited for everyone to see this first issue. I know we don't want to tell everything in there, but give a couple of the articles, some of the stuff that's going to be in this first issue, kind of preview for that.
Well, the overlying theme is highlighting the dairy industry and agriculture because in March, we typically do our Rise with Roswell breakfast.
Which, unfortunately, with COVID and everything,
Correct.
just
So
not.
for last year and this year, it was canceled. And we are hoping to have it for next year. But because we weren't able to do that, we thought that was a no-brainer. The very first issue should highlight our agricultural and our dairy industry here in Chavez County because that's what makes us what we are.
Yeah. Well, and the cool part is you get, like with the articles and things, you get, they went out and were at the dairies. And so you kind of get to see, how not say how the sausage is made per se, but kind of do. You kind of get to see what the dairy industry is dealing with and the things that they have to deal. And so, we all just think about opening up the case in the store and there's your milk and you go through it, but how that milk is there. And so some of the articles and things kind of talk about, you get to peel back the curtain a little bit and see how the industry handles it.
Oh,
works
absolutely.
And
And
does it. It's really cool.
I have learned so much and the staff has learned so much about the dairies that we never even knew about. And it's actually very interesting. So I don't want anybody out there to go, oh, well, it's just going to be about cows.
No, it is.
It's very interesting. And that's not the only thing that's in the magazine.
Sure.
There is a kids page for the kids. So there'll be something for the little kids to go do.
Yeah.
Brian Britton, who is one of our staffers, has written an article about houseplants and gardening, and that's kind of going to be
home tips and home hacks, I guess you could say.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and that'll be an ongoing series that we have to kind of help because I cannot keep a houseplant alive to save my life. I can go outside and garden, and I'll have an awesome garden, but when I bring them inside the house, I don't know, it doesn't translate very well. So Brian.
I'm the same way. There's a reason why, like when sometimes like ferns or something would show up at hey, you want to take a fern? I'm like, no, because
Yes,
that's
exactly.
a guaranteed death sentence for that thing. So I'm gonna let someone else take it.
Elizabeth Morales has written an article in regards to like her favorite things, kind of basing it off of what Oprah used to do in her magazine, her favorite things, because she's into fashion and shopping, and so. Places to go locally to go find some of her favorite things.
Okay.
I've written the first little letter, the introduction letter to the magazine. So there's those kinds of things. Jeff Curtis, who used to work here at the radio station, has written us an article about a day trip, how, places to go outside of Roswell and Chavez County that take just the day because, we all live here in Roswell.
Sure.
We know the big things. We know the caverns. We know to go down to White Sands, but there's so much in
hidden gems.
between here and there.
And those are the things that truly, like, the locals find. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, we have our tourist industry, and they're going to come to the UFO museum, and they're going to head on down to the caverns and all that. But where's those nuggets of fun stuff in between and all that?
So those are just a couple of things that are in there. We have partnered with the Joy Writers, which is a writing club.
Okay.
That they write articles and
Writing
stories.
club.
Writing.
Not writing.
Not writing like a horse, but writing like get your pen and paper.
Gotcha. Because you said right, I thought like a motorcycle club first. Writing. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
So they have helped write some of our articles.
Okay.
Because there's just so much content that we knew that 3-4 people in the office, there was no way we could get it done in our time constraint.
And that's the cool part about it. It's a collective.
Yes.
And yes, it's put out through the chamber, but there's many voices, many insights in there. And so, like, you're getting an insight into the dairy industry, but you're also getting tips, ideas. I'm sure there's not a family out there that come Friday is like, what do you want to do this weekend? I don't know. What do we want to figure out? Do you want to do this? Let's rent a bit. That conversation happens in probably 70% of the households every Friday and Saturday around here. That magazine is going to be, it's going to come out quarterly. And like this first one will be here. And then the next one, we're going to, I think that one you're going to focus on some organizations and entities in this community that do a lot of great work around here, but not necessarily have the spotlight that some other places have.
The second issue is extraordinary people.
Yeah.
And so along with that will be those organizations. Once again, everybody knows about things like the Red Cross, the United Way, but not everybody knows about the really cool story that your neighbor has.
Yeah.
That is an extraordinary person in the history or their experiences.
Yeah.
So that is what we as the chamber to try to fulfill our mission statement. We thought, what a wonderful way, because we can hit all of these different aspects in a magazine. And please, everybody in the community, when you see it, when you get it, let us know.
Yeah.
What do you like? What don't you like? Because just because we like it in the office, we know that there might be something in there that you guys want us to tweak a little bit. If you are a writer, if you are a photographer, you want to contribute, we are more than happy to get you out in our magazine if we can find a way to plug you in. So come see us. Any help is always appreciated.
Yeah, and obviously, they're advertising and things like that. The sponsorship side, I imagine everything's set in stone for this magazine. For this one,
but going forward, there is always room for one more.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're interested in that, come by the chamber, call the chamber. Elizabeth, Liz, anybody will be happy to give you more information on that. Brian, if they're not in the studio or in the front, you know what I mean, doing their
there's always
magic.
Somebody available at the chamber. Our hours are Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. We're open till noon on Friday, but there's usually somebody still in the office after 12 on Fridays because, of course, that's our time to kind of be able to meet as a staff to get things done without the phone ringing. But come in because if we're there, we're happy to sit down and speak with you and meet with you.
Absolutely, and of course, if you like you said earlier, want to contribute and things like that we were talking, the magazine in and of itself, it's for our community. So what Andrea's talking about there, if you want to see things in there, this is kind of this first episode or first edition episode.
We do it all the time.
My first edition, it's kind of what you guys created here, but from going forward, I mean, you guys have a plan and everything else to do it, but you guys don't know everything that's happening here. So this is an education for us as much for the community. If you've got a great organization or a great thing that you're doing that just isn't on the radar, come bring it to us and say, hey, I'd love to have an opportunity to show more people. Maybe you're into, Frisbee golf or something that there's communities of around here, but not necessarily in the mainstream like that.
That's exactly the kind of things that we're looking for. Especially now that we're coming out of COVID. I've been speaking with my children, for example. They're ready to move on from the activities that they've done since they were 3. So I said, let's go look and see what there is. Now, I, as a parent, know of the obvious things that there's football, there's soccer, there's baseball. But if your kid's not into that, if your kid's not into, playing the piano, because I know I can go find a piano teacher out there. Well, what if your kid's into underwater basket weaving? Well, let's find the club or make it up.
Yeah.
And so that's what this is all about with this magazine, is getting that information out, getting the information from the community to the community, and highlighting why Roswell and Travis County really is awesome. We are awesome.
Yeah.
It unnerves me to no end when I hear people go, oh, Roswell's terrible. Well, we're not perfect. And no community is,
Absolutely
but we have so many wonderful, fantastic things going on for us that I'll be honest, I'm the first one to say I moved here 22 years ago. I cried for the first year I lived here because I moved from Colorado and I was like, what in the world am I doing here?
Now look at you.
And now 22 years later, I can't imagine living anywhere else or raising my family anywhere else.
Absolutely. And so that's what we want to have everyone experience. So please come be a part of it. The magazine, like I said, here in about 2 weeks.
Yep.
Look for it to show up in your mailboxes here. Give it a look. Don't put it in the trash with the other flyers and things. Put it on the coffee table or that bathroom magazine stand, wherever you read your periodicals. Keep
And
it there.
there truly is something in there for everyone. So if you flip through it, when you get it from your mailbox and you're, 2 seconds from pitching it, don't put it down and come back and then really take a look, because there is going to be something in there. And if there is something that you want to see, like I said, come tell us. And we are more than happy to try to put it in.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I just know, we had our monthly board meeting yesterday. So I got a chance to see all the staff and talk to them, and every single one of them are uber excited to have this first edition show up in people's homes and things like that.
Yes, we're ready to sleep too. So.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. But outside of the magazine, still lots going on here.
Absolutely.
We got ribbon cuttings happening now and things like that too.
We actually have a huge ribbon cutting on Saturday with Alien Motor Speedway. It's Saturday, 3:30 is going to be their opening day for their races. So if you want to be there for the ribbon cutting and help participate, we're asking everybody to be there, slightly before, because obviously we need to have everybody set up so we can cut that ribbon. Their address is 1003 South Atkinson.
What time on Saturday are you guys doing?
3:30 on Saturday.
And just to let you know, sunny 76 on Saturday, so the weather should be beautiful.
Fantastic.
Out at the Speedway there. So
that's my kids are into drag racing and stuff too. So
and I know
love it.
I've talked to those guys on the radio a couple times, and it's really a family community, and they love when people come out and just get out there early and walk the pits. Like you can get pit passes and stuff.
Yes.
And if you're a car person and love talking cars, you can't throw a rock without hitting somebody around there that loves to do that. I mean, they literally and it's like there's that car show feel on that side where. People love that, they got their classic cars and they love talking about them stuff. So if you love to interact, they love when the kids get there and you get the shirt. It's really a fun family experience. They just kind of, and of course it's then the action hits when they're racing and Rubbin's race. You watch, if you never watch these kind of races, and you watch the Days of Thunder and Rubbin race, that's Bush League compared to what these guys are doing. These guys are fighting tooth and nail for every inch out there, and it's entertaining.
It is so much fun. So please come out 3:30 Saturday at the Alien Motor Speedway, 1003 South Atkinson. Come out. Ribbon cutting, grand opening, watch the races, and it's going to be a beautiful day, so we're excited.
Absolutely, yeah. Come bring the whole family out and have some fun. And if you're worried about distance, they got plenty of room to social distance and everything out there. So it's great. It's just fun family entertainment. You might want to bring some earplugs. It does get a little loud because it's motors revving and revving and rolling, but it's awesome. It's a fun time. Go have some fun this weekend out there. So
we're excited.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're excited to be back too because they were doing some racing even during the COVID and things. It was severely hampered on what they could do, but they were able to get a few races under the belt and get some people to have a good time, all doing it safely and socially.
Oh, absolutely.
All that. So, but come out Saturday, 3:00 for the ribbon cutting.
Absolutely. Come on out, have fun. And then this last week, Friday of last week, we had a ribbon cutting over at the Space Port, which is Jacob Robach's new adventure.
That's all VR and
it is. It's VR. Their first story is about the 1947 alien crash, UFO crash, and of course, it's from the perspective of the aliens. So it was pretty cool to go see that.
So they're so it's almost like like they're sightseeing kind of? I mean, is it that angle?
Kind of. It's pretty interesting. I highly recommend go out and see it. And of course, the voiceovers and everything has been done locally. So when you go in and you put those VR glasses on and the story starts, I have no doubt you're going to recognize some of those voices for some of the characters that are on there.
For folks that aren't familiar, Jacob Roebuck, who by day he's city councilor and all that, but he's the man behind the Roswell Christmas Railway. He's the man behind the Mission to Mars and a few of the other VR things we've had going on. This is his. And so if you've experienced any of those and how cool and how much time and effort he puts into him and his people, his team, he's got more than just him. I know that.
Yes.
Him and his team do this and put it together. They really do an awesome job. So yeah, come out and check out and experience the crash from the alien perspective. That sounds kind of cool.
It was really cool. Yeah. My kids and I went in. I was like, let's go check this out. It takes about 20 minutes to go through the story. So it's not an all-day deal. Yeah. Go in, enjoy it. And they've got new stories that are getting ready to come out. So it won't just be one story. It's not going to be a one and done type adventure.
So maybe like on a Friday night or something, maybe go out there in the afternoon or a little early and go hit all of that and then go do laser tag and stuff over at Area 51 afterwards.
Yes.
So now you can do the whole immersive crash site, then go blow each other up, then go do some more VR and do it all in one big
exactly. Enjoy it, especially now that we're able to get out and about.
Yeah.
I'm happy to announce that Peppers opened yesterday.
Very good.
Welcome back, Adam and Neil. Thank you so much for coming back because I know the community was worried. I don't think Adam and Neil were as worried. Yeah. I think they always knew they were going to open their doors again. It was just a matter of time. But yesterday was the official time. And I know they were working with us on my other hat, my Historical Society hat. They were amazing, amazing, been helping us with our food events. And so we've been kind of the only source for Peppers food. Now we got a little competition, which is okay, which is the point. But yeah, they've been getting that great food. So if you've only been able to get it in those small doses, now they're open. That's right, they're open.
Yeah.
Bear with them because it is, they have just reopened, so there's probably going to be long wait lines. It's, if the staff is...
A lot of people want to do the same thing you're doing.
That's right, and the staff is relearning how to wait tables, so just have some patience and
it's a new world, too, because they're coming back. Obviously, it's different, the way they run and operate things, how they seat people, how all of that's changed. Even when we're in green or red, they still have occupancies and things they have to deal with. So even to us, we just walk in, sit down at a table and eat food. There's a whole bunch of logistics between you doing that and for them to do it right. So
yes.
The fact that where they seat them and all that's new to them in this new system. So yeah, there's going to be a learning curve. There's going to be some growing pains and things like that. But it's all for the good because now we can go and enjoy meals.
And they're just the first of many that are getting ready to open. I know of quite a few others that are getting ready to open, either reopen or open for the first time. So in the next few weeks, just be on the lookout on our social media page and our website because we will post all of that information as it comes available.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, chamber members and non-chamber members, if you need, if you're looking for that partnership networking things, if you're already a chamber member, come in and see what's available to you. If you haven't been in touch with the chamber and you're a chamber member on what the chamber can do to help you promote your business, or especially during times like this when the fluidity changes at the drop of a hat, chamber can help you with all that stuff and through our online presence, through our in the community presence, through everything else, we can do all that. So.
Absolutely. We're constantly tweaking our membership levels because we want it to be almost a customizable deal for each of our members, that if you can only afford a lower level membership, we want to make sure that what we are providing to you as our members is actually something that is going to be worthwhile to you. Mm-hmm. Just because I put words on a page, I'm learning, Liz is learning, Elizabeth, Brian, we're all learning. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's what our businesses and our members want.
Sure.
So come in. If you are a member, old, new, or you're thinking about, something, come in, talk to us, and we will definitely figure out how to fit you in.
It's more than a status thing. And if
Yes.
and what I mean by that is, if you think of a little bit old school thinking, that's kind of a mark of like, is your business reputable? Oh, you got the Chamber of Commerce logo on the front. And so I think a lot of people and business owners kind of look at that as like their seal of approval a little bit, like, oh, they're a chamber member. That means they're an established business in the community. They've probably got a good rep. You know what I mean? And all that's still true. Don't get me wrong. But if you're looking to put a sticker on your window, the chamber can do a lot more than that for you.
Yeah.
If you want to have tools at your disposal to help your business, either through learning and education, through some of the seminars and stuff, or direct result helps like marketing, promotions, and all that. This is where the chamber can help you do all that. It's more than just a sticker on the window to say, hey, I'm a chamber member. You're paying for more than that. Please learn about it.
There's all kinds of services that we can provide. We're constantly looking at, and once again, going back to the magazine, we are learning all kinds of things that we can do that we didn't even know we had the ability to do. And we're like, okay, how can we transition some of this stuff so it is something we can provide to the community, whether it be to a member or to the community in general, because we are not I want to be an exclusive club. Like, we are the cool kids club. You want to be a part of something that is awesome and that is cool, you need to be a chamber member, hands down.
Sure.
I wouldn't be here doing this if I didn't believe that. But there's also things that we need to do just for the community at large. Now, if you're not a member, there may be a charge. If you're not a member, that's one of those things that makes it wonderful when you're a member, is there's some of this stuff I can provide to you as a member that is at no additional cost to you.
Well, why would people be members if we just gave it for free?
Exactly.
I mean, we're a nonprofit, but we do have to, have funds and utilize them and all that. So
absolutely.
So we can't just give it away without, we have expenses. So
Yes, we do.
That magazine you're getting for free, someone's paying for it.
Absolutely. And we are really working hard to do our due diligence to make sure that we have overcome objections, we have rebuilt relationships, and what you thought of the chamber, 6 months ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, it is completely different.
Yeah.
The chamber that is the 2001 or 20, oh my gosh, 2001, where am I at today?
That's 20 years ago.
Yeah. The
2020
it still flows with what I was going to say. The 2001 chamber is no longer, that place doesn't exist.
Sure.
But 2021, we're a whole new chamber. Things have changed, and, the best is yet to come.
Yeah, come on in, get involved. If your business, and now more than ever, this is back to the, we've been talking about this during COVID for the last year, working together as a community. Now we're starting to see some things open back up. Now more than ever, now's not the time to let go of that ideology of working together. If anything, we need to strengthen that.
Absolutely.
Because now the real work happens. Now we're starting to open back up. How do we get back to where we were? How do we get the businesses back to where they can turn profits and do the things that they were doing prior to COVID? How do we do that as a community? And that's the next things we've got to figure out. And if we do that together, it's going to be a whole lot easier than 20 of us trying to do their own thing.
Well, absolutely. I never thought that I would be here doing this at the Chamber of Commerce. And as I've said this time and time again, I was actually pretty happy a year ago with my feet up, hanging out, having my nice, cushy little life, hanging out with my husband and my kids.
Yeah.
But it's something that was, necessary. It needed something. And then I have just fallen in love with this. And it is definitely a labor of love to go into the office every day. And if you see my white SUV outside of the chamber, I'm there. Come in, talk to me. My dad, on a pretty regular basis when he's in town, just pops in and he's like, hey, here's a cup of coffee. Here's a bag of McDonald's. Let's sit down and talk. And what's going on? Hey, I have dad tip, 2010 today. I think you should. And I'm always happy to report, oh, I'm glad that you thought of that. Here, let me show you what we're doing.
Sure.
Are we on the right track? Are we not on the right track? And he's not the only one that pops in. There's quite a few community members that will pop in. And I'm happy to share anything. We are a nonprofit. We're here for the community. Come in, ask me anything. I'm a big girl. I can handle it.
The Chamber of Commerce is a resource for you.
Absolutely.
Everybody in this community. Sure, we love to have chamber members, and if you want to be a member, we're going to help you do that every step of the way. But the chamber is a resource for everyone. If you need help, if you have questions, if you need information, if you want to know more, the chamber is that resource. If we can't help you directly, we're going to put you in a direction that with the people that can help you.
Absolutely. We are so excited. So come on in.
Yeah.
623-5695. 623-5695. It has been a heck of a day. That wind yesterday just absolutely, I think, short-circuited
It blew the
me.
5 crooked.
But yeah, come in, see us. Come be a chamber member. Like I said, be looking for the Roswell Now magazine. It should be hitting approximately the first week of April. Alien Motor Speedway, 3:30 Saturday is the ribbon cutting.
Yeah,
Please be there a few minutes before.
And then stick around for the races and everything afterwards.
Absolutely.
Walk the pits, get, they got great food, everything, swag. They got all kinds of cool stuff out there.
Yes.
Just go out there, have a good time, and weather's going to be perfect. And maybe bring some earplugs. That would be my one suggestion, especially if you're sensitive to hearing and stuff. Throw some earplugs in. But if you don't care about
I've been around racing, drag racing, and circle loop-to-loop racing quite a bit in my life. So, yes, definitely bring your ear protection.
Yeah. And, I'm a little bit, as a guy that most radio people are deaf, weirdly enough, but I'm not. And I don't want to be. So I kind of, my hearing is my friend. That's the one thing I got that I'm like, yeah, that sounds like garbage. I can tell. And of course, Roswell Chamber, you can go to the website, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yeah. We've reactivated our Instagram.
Yeah.
We're slowly but surely reactivating all of the different social medias that were out there before.
Yep.
But we are not going to do anything if we don't think we can do it well.
Sure. But very active on Facebook.
Yes.
Website's always being updated and stuff too. I always mess up. It's because it's close to the Roswell City one. Is it Roswell
NM.org.
RoswellNM.org.
Yes.
Yes. It's not Roswell-NM.gov. RoswellNM.org. It's close to the city one, but it's the dot.
And if you just Google Roswell, New Mexico Chamber of Commerce, because if you put just Roswell Chamber,
you might get Georgia.
You might get Georgia. And as cool as they are, they're not us.
Hey, what do they got going on in the Georgia Chamber? Anything interesting?
They're Georgia. They're Georgia.
I bet they ain't selling alien stuff.
They are not selling alien stuff. They get a little annoyed.
I would say, do you think they get tired of that? It's like, where are the aliens at? Sir, that's Roswell, New Mexico.
That's the other side of the country.
We're Georgia. We're the East Coast. And if I think, isn't it kind of a suburb of Atlanta?
I think so. I think
it's a pretty populous area because I see they got big box stores and I've seen there was a commercial here for a big home improvement place. And I guess they had one location in Albuquerque, but they also had one in Roswell, Georgia, and they kept doing testimonials from people that bought stuff, and they kept saying Roswell on the bottom.
Oh, how funny!
It's not the.
That's not us.
They kept leaving the Georgia off. It's not New Mexico. I can tell by the background there.
That's deceptive advertising.
That's not
they have
Southwest.
Too many trees.
That's East Coast, man. That looks like Savannah.
That's too green.
Yeah, but I saw some of that too. But anyway, if folks, please come on by. Chamber's open. Walk on in. We can do that if you got a question or if you love to bring free stuff. Everybody loves that. So doors are open for that too. But if you need, look for the magazine, and please, if you're a business, if you're a nonprofit, if you're a community organization, if you're doing anything in this community and want to get the word out, please see the chamber.
Yes.
Yeah. Good deal. Did we get all?
I think so.
Amongst all the other stuff.
Until tomorrow.
Till tomorrow. All right, it is. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll see you.
We'll see you here. I'll see you probably later today or tomorrow or something.
I'm sure.
Officially here in a couple of weeks on the radio. So